So today is Testosterone Tuesday. As you know, on Tuesdays we talk all things male and all things testosterone, alpha, alpha. So what I am going to talk about today is actually something I call the 4-week testosterone blast cycle. It's a program that I put together to help you radically drive up testosterone and start to put on some lean muscle tissue, build some muscle, burn some body fat, get back into shape. And, I came up with this program specifically because I had a lot of guys that were like in their late 30s, early 40s, asking me questions about how to increase testosterone without going the TRT route just yet. A lot of guys were like, man, I don't want to go on TRT just yet because I realize that's a lifelong thing that I'm going to have to do. And I kind of just want to try to elevate testosterone or to get the most out of my muscle building efforts without going 100% full bore TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy, right? Which is cool. That's understandable. You try to exhaust every resource before going into the big, TRT world. So this program, that's the reason I came up with it. I wanted to provide something to these guys that would actually give them some results, where they would see some lean muscle growth, they would burn some body fat, their strength would go up, they'd feel good, their libido would go up. All of those things would happen with this little blast protocol that I'm about to give you guys. So this protocol has really 3 things incorporated into it, okay? There's 3 things. Number 1 is training, your time at the gym, working out. All of that stuff is implemented into this protocol, which I'm actually going to give you something completely free that will help you with that. And the second thing is your diet and nutrition strategy and how we can accommodate that strategy to help increase testosterone levels and fortify testosterone so you're building size. And the third thing is optimized supplementation. There's something that we can do in a supplementation framework that's going to help you build muscle and burn fat quicker through the use of certain compounds that I'm going to mention in this live broadcast. Okay, so let's start with the first one, training. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I'm not sure when I went over something called the 3-day testosterone elevation workout, and I actually have that in one of the videos. I'm not sure what video it is. If you go to our YouTube channel and you scroll down, you'll be able to find it in there. I think we're going to try to put it in the links real quick or in the comment section, but that is it actually has in there a free workout. And to be completely honest, to get the actual PDF of it, if you want that, email me at info@thepureline.com. That's info at thepureline.com, and I'll email you the PDF of the testosterone elevation workout, completely free. Just send me an email, say, hey, Aaron, you know what? I want that testosterone elevating workout that you recommended, and I'll send that over to you, okay? So what does that workout entail that will help drive testosterone levels? Because that's really the core of the training concept. It's like, what am I going to do to help really improve testosterone, get my body to produce more testosterone, more GH, or human growth hormone? And it all revolves around a 3-day split. You're basically working out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, depending on your schedule. It revolves around full body movements or compound movements that involve more than one muscle group. So, for example, when you're doing a bench, you're using chest, shoulders, triceps. When you're doing a back row, you're using back, biceps, some rear delt. So you're using multiple body parts, right? These are compound movements. They also are found to release more growth hormone, increase testosterone levels, and do all of that stuff, which is necessary for putting on muscle tissue. If that's your goal, that's what you want to do. So all of that is incorporated in the training program. It also has some rest and recovery protocols in there. Basically, you're working out every other day, which is giving the body enough time to rest, heal, and recuperate, which most people don't do. That's really one of the biggest issues that people have, is they overtrain. So this testosterone elevation workout will help you with that. It will help you build muscle, burn fat, and put on more size, and ultimately increase testosterone levels. It's kind of a natural way to boost testosterone. So check that workout out. Again, if you want the workout, just email me at info@thepureline.com. Say, I want the testosterone elevating workout, and I will zip it over to you in a PDF file. Completely free, guys, because I know it'll help you. So that's element number 1. Element number 2 is diet. okay? And there's a few things that we can do to increase testosterone via diet. And they are as follows. Number one, we want to increase our consumption of protein and essential dietary fat. Protein is a very anabolic macronutrient. It helps us recover. It helps us grow. It helps us repair muscle tissue through the amino acids, which it breaks down into. And that's core. That's key, because that is basically how the body grows, and that's what anabolism is. So protein needs to be extremely, extremely adequate for the training that you're doing, this 3-day testosterone elevation training program. I'd recommend trying to get between 40 to 50 grams of protein every 3 hours, depending on your weight. If you're over 200 pounds, 45, 50 grams of protein every 3 hours is probably where you want to be. If you're under 200 pounds, I would say somewhere in the range of 35 to 40 grams every 3 hours from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. That's how much protein you need on a daily basis to help produce anabolism, help you grow, keep testosterone levels at a good place. Now, essential fats are also a very important part of that. Make sure you're getting plenty of essential fats in your diet, and those can come from nuts. They can come from sources like fish. There's a good oil. There's an essential fat oil called Udo's Choice that has all the 3, 6, 9s. It's probably the most complete formula out there. You can get it at your local health food store, or any health food store actually, and that's also something you might want to consider using. But the whole idea is keep your dietary fat intake moderate to high. You whole eggs, red meat, all of those things have a good amount of dietary fat, which helps increase testosterone levels, because dietary fat makes or actually helps produce cholesterol, which is the backbone of testosterone. That's where testosterone comes from. So make sure you are getting plenty of fats in your diet. That's a component of the diet. So I said there'd be 3 things. Number 1, it was the training. Number 2, it was the diet. What is the third thing? That's what we're going to look at now. And the third thing is what I call optimized supplementation. Now, if you go back to the very beginning when we started doing these Facebook Lives, you see that we actually talked about the supplement pyramid. And how at the very bottom of that base pyramid, there were things like glutamine and creatine and protein were just basic supplementation needs that would help you recover, grow, and reach your goals. If you're a man, build muscle, burn fat faster. Now, at the very top of the pyramid, there was a little peak, and that peak contained optimized supplementation. Optimized supplementation, which, by the way, it's a good time for me to say this. Today, we're doing a discount on our website, thepureline.com. And if you use the promo code ROMO15, you can get any of the supplements out there for 15% off. So make sure and go to the site, thepureline.com, and use the promo code ROMO15, and you'll get 15% off. So going back to that little top of the pyramid, there was something that we referred to as supplements for optimization. In other words, you want to optimize testosterone levels, you want to optimize muscle growth, you want to optimize fat loss. One of the supplements up there, or I should say there's actually a combination of 3 that can be used to really drive testosterone levels, and they are this. Let's start with 1-andro. 1-andro is an androstenedione prohormone that will actually convert via a DHEA original molecule in the body to actual testosterone. Now, what that means is that you will have in your own body testosterone when you take 1-andro. More testosterone obviously equals more muscle growth, leaner bodies, fat loss, recovery, everything that you would see with testosterone, except you're taking it orally, and it's 100% natural and 100% legal because it's coming from the DHEA, dihydroepiandrosterone molecule, which is then converting to 1-testosterone. I know it sounds a little confusing, but just remember this. 1-andro converts to 1-testosterone. That does not methylate. It's not harden your liver, your kidneys. You don't have any water retention. It's a very clean product to help you build muscle. So that's one of the things. The second one is 4-andro. That's the other andro that basically works similar to the 1-andro, except guys seem to see a little bit more of a strength increase with it. They get leaner and they get harder. So those combinations work really well. You've got 1-andro and 4-andro, and both of those are widely available and they are legal. You can still get those on the market. The third thing is epiandro. Epiandro is actually an androstenedione that converts to DHT or dihydrotestosterone, which is a very dry and hard type of compound that creates a leaner, harder look in the body. So I know all that sounds very complicated, but just remember this. 1-andro, 4-andro, and epi-andro together make an extremely effective base for increasing testosterone levels in the body, because you're actually taking something that converts to testosterone. Now, luckily enough, we've actually put that all in one product. Our Testojet BDS has 1-andro, 4-andro, and epi-andro, so there's no need to go looking for the different ones. It's all in here. You've got everything that you need in the Testojet BDS product. You can find that on our website, thepureline.com, and just look under muscle enhancement products for Testojet BDS. And again, remember, right now we're doing a Romo 15, which is 15% off anything on the site. So that will help you get Testojet at a limited discount price today. So remember, epi-andro, which converts, or you have epi-andro converts to DHT, you've got 1-andro and you've got 4-andro. Those three together will help you build lean size, build muscle, burn body fat, help increase recovery. And like I said in the very beginning, this whole three-pronged strategy that I designed here is what I call the 4-week testosterone blast cycle or blast program. It consists of the training program, the testosterone elevation training program, which if you email me at info@thepureline.com, I'll send that to you for free, free PDF. It consists of diet, which includes eating a higher amount of protein with a higher amount of good essential fats to help the body create more cholesterol, which then in turn creates testosterone. So that's important as well. And 3, using supplementation that is optimized to help increase testosterone. Hence 1-andro, 4-andro, and epi-andro all do that together. So those 3 things, that's a three-pronged approach to increasing testosterone via different pathways and helping the body really get to a very anabolic place where it's building muscle and burning fat just at an optimal rate for 4 weeks. Now, is 4 weeks long enough to see results? I feel like at 4 weeks, you're just starting to get into the flow, man. The body's starting to grow. You're starting to see good results. You're burning body fat. So what I would recommend is that possibly at week 4, extending it for another 8 weeks. 8 weeks is actually optimal. That's when you're doing anything that involves testosterone. That's when you'll really start to see the best results from week 4 to 8. So 8 weeks is actually optimal. So if you're going to do Testojet or you're going to do any of these programs, I'd recommend trying 8 weeks. The question always comes up, should I do PCT or post-cycle therapy? Should I do on-cycle support? You know, the Testojet compound, the one that I referred to a few minutes ago, this is a non-methylated compound, which is pretty cool because that means it does not cause liver toxicity. It works via a liposomal delivery system, which is basically the testosterone is encased in a fat, and the fat goes through the system and releases the testosterone once it's passed through the kidney and once it's passed through the liver. What's nice about that is you don't have the liver elevation for the liver enzymes that you would normally from taking something that is a testosterone or converts to testosterone. Some of the older prohormones did that. So that's really nice. So you don't have to worry about that. With that being said, though, you still should take Liver Shield, Kidney Shield, any of the products that help you keep your liver and kidney healthy. It's always a good idea to do that while you're taking any type of anabolic compound. So keep that in mind. Always want to do that. Now, as far as post-cycle therapy, the question comes into play, hey, you know, is taking 1-andro, 4-andro, or Testojet, for example, is this going to lower my natural testosterone levels? And the answer to that question is it will suppress testosterone a tad bit, not enough to really create any serious long-term effect or damage, but it would be great, or it should be advised that you do a post-cycle therapy protocol, possibly our PCT Plus system, which is PCT, T-Drive, Textoplex, basically things that will just help the body increase natural production of testosterone. And the main reason I like to do that is because it will help you retain the majority of the gains that you made while you were using the Testojet. The worst thing you can do is just get off of something and then lose 60 to 70% of the gains that you made when you were taking the product, or whatever it was that you were doing, your training, your cycle, etc. So make sure that you are incorporating some kind of post-cycle therapy to help you retain muscle, increase testosterone, keep estrogen levels low. That's a very good just rule of thumb no matter what you do. So those are the 3 things. Again, training, diet, and optimized supplementation. If you take those 3 things and you apply them for 4 weeks, you'll notice a huge difference in not only how you feel energy-wise, but you'll notice a difference in just overall muscle tone, body fat levels. All of that will change based on the increased testosterone that you've optimized through using the training, diet, and optimized supplementation through Testojet that I've recommended today. So guys, that's it for today. I hope that kind of gives you some ideas on what you can do to optimize your testosterone. Remember, we talk about testosterone Tuesdays. This is Testosterone Tuesday here at the Pure Line Instagram and Facebook Live channel. Now, remember today we're doing a 15% off, Romo15, on any product on our website, so check that out. It will be up, and you can use that, like Testojet we talked about, PCT, anything you guys want to use, it's there for you. For those of you who haven't tried XP Black, thepureline.com/XP Black, that is an amazing fat loss product with GBB that is doing extremely well, so check that out. If you're watching this later on YouTube, do us a favor and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate that. And tell your friends about us. You know, share the video, get it out there, and let people know that we're here to help you and give you some good information that can help you reach your goals faster. Guys, it is getting a little late here. It's about 5 till 6 here in San Antonio, and we are getting ready to get outsy. So I hope you guys are doing well. Have a great week. If you guys need anything, you can always holler at us. info@thepureline.com. Send us an email. We'd be happy to help you out. Y'all guys take care. We'll see you soon, okay?